Welcome! What's going on? This is another installment of Fuel Your Frame, the zero confusion meal plan course free for you guys. I'm Johan Francis from CoachJohanCSCS.com, and I'm fired up to bring another episode, this one about core strength, core conditioning, and the means you need to eat to stay active doing your core. It's that midsection of your body, from your ribs, glutes, and upper thighs, right? And the exercises that have to do with it are TRX, Pilates, yoga, calisthenics, and bodyweight. And as we'll go through, we'll see that there's a specific set of exercise standards and thus nutrition standards that we have to hit when we work our core. Just like we do every week, we attack a different type of exercise where I go through the exercise at the beginning, tell you about the caloric deficit you encounter when doing it, and then we talk about how you can fuel it, and then you yourself can adjust for weight loss. This week we're doing core or weight loss or weight gain, right? Lean muscle gain. This week core, next week basketball, but as you can see, we're at the halfway point of week 2. Before we do it, this is the 4th of our fit facts, okay? Your core is a lot of small muscles, not many big ones, that all have their own caloric burn, but it's a lot less than, say, your big lats when you're doing pull-ups or when you're running or doing biking a lot, your butt muscles, glutes, your quads. Core is relatively small muscles. It's interesting. One of the smartest guys I ever met was a judo Olympian, but he was also a Pilates guru. He was strong as anyone I ever met. And did I mention he was really smart? He taught me a lot about training, a lot about fitness. He'd always talk about the core, the importance of your core. He'd have me on the BOSU, on the ball, working my core. So I got a lot of respect for the amount of strength you can gain from working out your core muscles. A lot of us go through and not really think about it, but enhancing these muscles, right, means you have a strong core and able to do a lot of extra work. These help you get stronger in other areas. So this, again, can include Pilates, yoga, or calisthenics. Like when you see those guys and women on the bars, they're doing archer pull-ups, they're doing flag pulls, right? There's a great guy, Hannibal, on YouTube, the Bar Stars. These are people who work calisthenics, and they're actually inside the jungle gyms doing the most intense stuff. It just hit me right now, doing bouldering, climbing rock. These are all body weight. Now, with the exception of actually bouldering, a lot of that stuff, it burns a lot less calories than you think. So we want to fuel the body for just a little bit above steady state training. Now, you might have heard this called LISS, L-I-S-S. That means low intense, steady state. Well, what that means, as we come to our science slide, with a lot less science this week, is that you're working below your lactate threshold, right, for a good hour. Looking at our slide, in a half hour, we're only burning like 200 calories, right? So that's relatively small. If you go back in other episodes of Fuel Your Frame, you'll see that this number is way higher when it comes to other things like kickboxing, right? This is almost half of what you burn in kickboxing. But the feeling, you guys, is still real intense. You feel it. Your hips burn. Your abs are burning. Your legs are shaking because you're trying to stay on balance. I want you guys to head to the website, CoachJohanCSCS.com, and click on Calculate. What you're going to find is your base calories. I want you to find your base calories and know, hey, I'm going to eat that much. It might be 2,000, 1,700. Well, that's how many calories you're going to get in, plus or minus only 100 or 200 for your body weight day, okay? Because these are not calorically demanding work. But let's say you want to gain lean muscle, then you're only going to adjust up for 200 calories. Or if you want to lose weight and keep the muscle you got, you're going to down adjust 200 calories. But we're going to simply fuel your frame or your core. Balance is key. So eat your base, whatever that number is that you found on CoachJohansCSCS.com, and adjust it, but fuel the actual workout. Oftentimes, if you're doing yoga, the idea is that you don't eat in the morning, like you skip breakfast, which is always a big no-no for me. Well, if you're one of those people because you have that lifestyle where you're wanting to skip breakfast, I'm going to tell you, don't ever do it. Always eat something. It only helps. Especially last time when we talked about it, right? With HIIT workouts or cycling workouts and skipping meals to do your cardio. However, when you're doing your morning core and body weight, it's part of the lifestyle, and since the intensity is lower calorically, it's okay. But you can drink something. You can drink your juice or your smoothie that you craft, right, with a quality recipe. Again, go to the website to get a quality recipe, which will lead us to the meal plan. This is why we're here, right? To see what to eat. Well, you went on to my website or another one and you found your base, your BMR, so you know what to eat. Well, again, get your smoothies with the nice protein here. That's what the peanut represents, right? And you're going to have your pre-breakfast, right? Get in a little bit of protein. Then you're going to go and do your core exercise. Then you're going to work through the rest of your day. After that, it's a nice balanced breakfast. You have your protein, your fat and protein, your fruit. Your lunch, you're going to have your varied bento box. Maybe you have a little bit of protein, some cheese, you have some legumes or nuts. This is your nice balanced lunch. I always say salads is a good one. You wash it down with some hot beverage, which you can work in for lunch, tea, maybe to keep your metabolism up. And then you go for it in dinner, right? Break out the turkey leg, whatever it is, your spaghetti, you fuel. But the whole idea is that you're still here at your base the whole time. This is just eating in nice balance, staying salubrious, that is to say, nutrient dense, right? Nutrient dense, and then adjusting based on what you need. Again, right, to recap, core requires maybe for you to eat on an empty stomach. So I want you guys to drink something. You don't have to drink anything more than 120 calories just to get the body into fat burn. Because remember, if we're starving, we're actually going to use amino acids for fuel instead of fat. Remember too that our core is a lot of small muscles at higher rep counts and higher time under tension. That means just eat balance and then adjust. Fuel your workout only. Next week, we're talking about basketball. We're going to talk more about strength, right? The sprint demand in basketball. And after that, we get into power. But if you guys need advice, head over to the website, click Get Coaching. You can go to danielfitness.com to learn more about Pilates. But here I can make a meal plan for you, custom made. Maybe you're doing core 2 days a week and the rest of the week you're varied and you need more nuance. Well, I can help you out. Let me lend a hand. And until then, I will talk to you guys later. Stay up.